Hello, join us in today's video as we walk in the storm. Let's go. Hello, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Paul and this is Walking Tall with Paul and his dogs. So it's where I go out into nature, walk the dogs, have some fun with them. You get to see all of that, but then I also do a little talky bit as well, and it's normally about dogs and God, and I hope you enjoy it. If you do like it, give it a little like and subscribe if you want to. And so we've finished the walk now. We're hunkered down in the car because it was pretty rough out there today. There's Storm Betty or something like that's hit the UK, and yeah, it's not that bad, but it was a bit chilly, bit wet, a bit windy. So that reminded me of a little bit of scripture. Now on the Sea of Galilee, Jesus was out with his disciples, and he fell asleep in the back of the boat, Jesus that is, and a storm whipped up. And I've been to Israel and I can say that the weather is beautiful most of the time, but when the Sea of Galilee gets choppy, it really does get really stormy. So it's no exaggeration of how big the waves can get and how dangerous it was for the small fishing boats of the time. And so Jesus, it says in Mark chapter 4, which is one of the Gospels, in verse I can't even read it without my glasses on. Verse 39 to 40, it says, "Awake now," that's Jesus, "he told the wind to pipe down and said to the sea, 'Quiet, settle down.' The wind ran out of breath. The sea became as smooth as glass." Jesus reprimanded his disciples. "Why are you such cowards? Don't you have faith at all?" They were in absolute awe, staggered. "Who is this anyway?" they asked. "Wind and sea at the beck and call of him." I love that. That's from the book called The Message, which is the Bible translated into a much more up-to-date word. It's still the same word, but it's just more understandable, I suppose. It's more into today's language. So that's how wonderful is that scripture. So they're out on the Sea of Galilee. It suddenly gets very rough, and even though they were fishermen, a lot of the fishermen in them days couldn't actually swim, so they probably got quite scared and quite fearful, but they had God on board, they had Jesus on board, and obviously their faith wobbled backwards and forwards. As we read the Gospels, we see that. So Jesus tells them off and says, "Come on guys, you know, have you got any faith in me?" And I love that, and I love the fact that he then speaks word over his creation, over the storm, over the waves, and they settle for him. And what an amazing show of his glory and his power as God, to be able to command that, and for those disciples to see it. You know, no wonder they ended up, oh hello, you two say hello to each other, got the dogs in here. No wonder they ended up becoming excuse me, I don't think we do that in the car, do we? That's enough. So excuse me, sorry about that. When you've got 8 dogs in the car, now and again they have a little tussle, but only for a few seconds. Yeah, so I love that scripture, and it reflects into our lives today, doesn't it? It reflects into how we can live our lives with faith in Jesus, that we're going to go through storms, you know, not physical storms like we've got today, well, we will go through those as well, but actually storms in our lives, whether it be health, family issues, friend issues, anything like that can really, or work issues, can really wobble our faith and really knock us sideways and knock us around and almost feel like we're in a storm. Now for me, having faith in Jesus, an absolute faith in Jesus, sometimes I even just say just Jesus, because when I look to him and I know he's there, I have that full belief that he's there, then he can calm those storms. Yeah, we're still going to ride through them, but when we've got someone to hang on to, when we've got our God to hang on to through them, it makes going through them a much calmer experience. So that's something I'd really encourage you to do if you are going through a storm in life at the moment, whether it be health. For me, it's health at the moment, but Jesus can give you that joy and way of carrying on through that, just by giving your life to him, reading the scriptures, and just believing that he's there. Really, it's wonderful. So here's Chili. Chili's a working Cocker Spaniel, a lively girl, aren't you, baby girl? Hey? And there's Milo, who you just seen in the field. Milo's a Labrador. And then we've got Socks. Socks is a beagle. And then we've got Ruby, who's a cockapoo. There she is, Ruby Doobies. And then we've got Louis. Louis just here. Oh, he's put his face out, there he is. Good boy. Louis an Irish setter, and in the boot I've got my 3 dogs, which is Bonnie the Bernie Doodle and 2 Springer Spaniels, Bixie and Bumble as well. How does it relate to our dogs? So dogs really look to us as their leaders and their way forward. Like just a minute ago with Chili trying it on with Ruby, and there's a little altercation between them. They needed me to step in and calm that moment. So what dogs do is they look to our calm, assertive leadership to actually help them navigate through life. So by us having a grounded faith in Jesus, or a way of keeping our calm, assertive leadership together and composed, the dogs will then absolutely relate to that. And it's all through love and compassion, but the dogs will absolutely relate to that, and they'll listen to us and they'll respect us because of how we're showing how we live. I hope that makes some sense. So that's the end of this video. I'm hunkered down in the car with the dogs. We're heading back to drop a lot of them home now, and see you on the next one. And thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care.